Hello everyone, my name is Jordan.
I'm Jenna.
And we are the Alternative Study Break, and we are here in Cleveland, Ohio at the House of Blues with Mayday Parade. Woo. Yeah. So how are you guys? And just, you can tell us your name and what you do in the band.
Yeah, my name's Derek, and I sing in the band.
This is Brooks, and I play guitar.
Sweet. So you are currently on the AP tour with As It Is, This Wildlife, and Real Friends. How has the tour been going so far?
It's been a lot of fun. I knew this would be a good one. I've been looking forward to this. And the other bands are great. A lot of good shows, a lot of crazy shows. Weather's been pretty nice. No complaints, really. It's been good.
Awesome. So what's it like to be on the cover of AP once again and to be the headliner of the AP tour for the second time?
It's pretty crazy, especially because I didn't realize this, but the other night, Mike Shea told us that no other band has done the AP tour twice. We're the only band that's done the AP tour twice. We're like,
wow,
that's pretty
sweet.
neat. But
that's cool.
And of course, it's cool to be on the cover. And that's like the first time we did it, that was a pretty big deal for us. It's kind of like a milestone sort of thing, and so yeah, it's good, and especially the timing of it all with the new album coming out and being a band for 10 years, all that. It feels good.
Sweet. So you just released your, is it the fifth album?
Mm-hmm.
Black Lines. How has, the success from it so far been, and, how excited are you that it's finally out?
Yeah, well, I'd say it's going over, it's still pretty early. It's been out for about 2 weeks now, I guess. But, it feels really good. It made it to #1 on the rock, Billboard, which was really amazing. And, it's just cool to still be able to, have a first week like that after all this time, and to have people still out, in full force at these shows and everything. And so we're just happy to be out here still doing it,
Yeah, it's great to play the songs live finally. We got a good handful of them that we're playing, and I've been really excited to get to that point with it, because I think we have some really cool rock songs on this record.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun to play live, for sure. Yeah.
Sweet.
Cool. So if you guys could choose one song from the album that kind of says, this is who our band is now and the direction we want to go in, what song would that be?
I don't know if you could really do that.
Yeah.
This record's really all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a very solid vibe, overall feeling you get, that we credit Mike Sapone for kind of bringing in, but yeah, it's pretty diverse, so it's really hard to say that there's one song that's the direction we're headed. Yeah,
it's kind of all over the place, I guess, the first song we released, Keep in Mind, Transmogrification, is we thought was sort of a blend of, kind of older stuff with some newer, whatever, and so that was maybe the most kind of like rounded out, but still, even that, we couldn't say that that's like, the direction necessarily that we're going to keep moving in. So yeah, it's tough to say, but...
Nor do we really know.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Hey.
But I'd say the album overall, especially because, it was kind of a risk to try out some different, ideas with this one, and but, it feels really good, and I think it'll give us, the confidence to keep, even going further with the next albums. So
Sweet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So why did you give the title of your new album Black Lines? Is the Black Lines like a symbol for anything?
Well, it wasn't really, but it kind of has, become, meaningful. We just kind of picked it in the first place. I think Jake came up with it, and we just kind of thought it was cool, and there's neat stuff you can do with it artistically, and so
it works well with the vibe,
yeah, very kind of simple, simplified a little bit, and then the cover itself, there's the 5 black lines, and it kind of makes an MP a little bit, and it's just kind of neat but simple, yeah.
And you wanted that over the classic with the umbrella?
Yeah, well, I guess we just figured the whole goal with this album was that we wanted it to feel separate, and kind of like fresh and new, and so we felt like with that in mind, we should like go all the way with it and not like hold on to. We had already started kind of phasing him out, where Monsters in the Closet, he's just kind of barely, you can see him in the reflection.
Right.
So we felt like it was time to,
Move on.
Yeah.
Bigger and better.
Totally
understand.
So what did you guys do differently on this album compared to previous albums? Because it has this new album has a very different vibe. It's a little bit darker and kind of has a harsher sound. So what kind of inspired that change?
A lot of it's probably a lot of 90s rock, it's kind of stuff for us that we all listened to growing up. And then when we started this band, we were listening to a lot of our predecessors, the bands before us, like Taking Back Sunday, Jimmy Eat World, Brand New, Starting Line, New Found Glory. We could go on, and so that's kind of like we wanted to be in a band kind of like that. And then now, I feel like we're kind of pulling more from our like older influences and like the 90s rock we listened to, and I think a lot of that also spurred from doing that Punko's 90s cover of Come Down by Bush, and then we just had so much fun doing that, and kind of the whole the way we did that one, we tracked it mostly live and just kept it a lot more, raw and rockin', and it just felt good. So we wanted to kind of like do some of that with the album.
So would you say that your new genre is grunge?
Well, I mean, not necessarily, but I think that it certainly is influenced by a lot of that. So it's kind of a blend, and we don't want to like completely, just alienate or completely shift and be a totally different band.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we'll always try and like just build on top of everything that we've done. Yeah.
I can definitely hear though the '90s influences in the album, which I love.
Yeah, it has a really cool sound. I love the new album.
Nice.
Sweet. You can go.
Okay. All right. So you've been a band for 10 years now. Do you guys ever get like worn out, or are you guys ready to just keep on trucking for another 10 years?
Yeah, well, I mean, as of now, I think for sure it's always so tough to say. I guess there's certainly times where, like, at the end of a long stretch where you might start to get a little worn out, but it's never anything that hard to deal with, and we all, realize how lucky we are to be out here doing it, and it's not always going to be like this, and so we want to, make the most of it and enjoy this while we have the chance to do it. So, yeah, I imagine that we'll still keep at it for a while longer, as long as we can. Yeah.
Sweet.
Cool.
That's what we like to hear.
Cool.
Yes. Makes me excited.
Yeah, it does. So you got to collaborate with Dan Landon on this album. Why did you pick him specifically? And
Yeah. Well, it was kind of a lot of different things falling into place, and we knew that we were doing this tour with them, and it just kind of, we had been friends for a few years and done a handful of tours together, and we're fans of him, and I'm a fan of his voice, and so I thought it'd be cool to have him come sing, and then he'd do it every night of a tour, So
perfect.
That's awesome.
They happened to work out. They had a day off up in New York on a tour while we were up there, so they came by and recorded it. It was cool.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that live.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure,
it's fun.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what have been your favorite songs off the new album to play live? And since you guys do have a different sound, which song from that new album have the fans been reacting to the best, you think?
It's hard to say so far.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's a couple. I feel like Let's Be Honest is one of those that's picking up. But it sometimes it depends on how much I have to pay attention to what I'm doing.
Right,
and
right.
Look at the crowd to know.
Yeah, for sure.
That one's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
Yeah, it's tough to say. I like really all of them because I really like doing one of them will destroy the other because it's just so the energy of it is so high. But Transmogrification same way. Hollow is so much fun to play live. They're all and it's like that that new, we're playing these songs for the first time, so it feels really good, and it's just new and exciting. Yeah.
It's always nice to play new material.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So we're going to end it with a little bit of a fun question. What are you guys going to be for Halloween? You planning on doing anything or dressing up?
We definitely will, but we don't know yet.
Last minute. We'll
Of course.
Yeah, yeah. The next day off we have, we're going to go somewhere and
find something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Well, thank you so much for letting us do this interview. We are the Alternative Study Break. Any last words?
Thank you guys for the support. Thanks for the love. And
check out the new record.
Sweet. All right.
Perfect.
We'll see you guys next time. Peace.